be a problem.
Did a log just break off halfway and I'm just wiping the log down?
Yeah. Well, you got to get that good... like it's got to be a good in between soft and hard. Like if it's too hard, it hurts. But if it's too soft, it just gets squishy and goes everywhere. So you need it to be right in between. And it needs to come out quick.
Yeah,
can't be struggling.
And you got to make sure that you don't pinch it prematurely.
No, that's the worst thing.
Because then that creates the never-ending wipe scenario.
And it also feels like you have to keep going, and you don't necessarily. And so
you got to like stand up for a couple minutes and just kind of let it suck back up in there, and then you wipe.
I don't think that's how it works. But
sorry, we started this conversation.
If you just breathe in really well. Yeah, I know. It might as well. I don't care. Yeah, we can switch topics. It's probably a good idea. I wanted to mention something that I'm proud of, which is I went to the dentist today.
That's a big thing.
Okay, so I haven't had my teeth cleaned in literally around 10 years. Literally around. So I'm being literal, but not exact.
I'm literally correct about it being around 10
not
years.
Being literal. Yeah, literally on average. So I haven't been to the dentist for a cleaning for anything in like 10 years. I went for a checkup. I had 2 cavities, so they made an appointment today to get them filled. So I got 2 fillings, which was way not a problem. Like
they're not that bad.
It's somewhat painful right now because I just had it done today. But he just did it like real quick, like 10-15 minutes. They numbed the shit out of it. That was fine. It was a little bit weird. Oh, they numbed the shit out of it, which is great.
Oh, really? Because like when I had cavities drilled when I was a kid, they didn't even numb me. They were like, "Oh, if it hurts, then we'll numb you."
Yeah, he kept on asking if it hurt.
Deep enough, I don't think, because then you're not getting to like.
I think it was probably pretty deep because I could feel it when they were working on it. But so I got 2 cavities filled, and then I got my teeth cleaned, which was horrifying. Go to the dentist. Oh no, it was a electric metal thing. Like it was more of a kind of a drill kind of thing because it was I had such a buildup of plaque that like you couldn't actually get underneath. I have a bar from when I had braces. I have a bar in between these 2 teeth. Because the people listening will know what I'm talking about. But I have a bar on my bottom teeth, and I can't get in there like with floss very well. And so it just built up plaque like crazy. She was just fucking tearing into it, and it hurt like shit. Like I was sitting there like I had my hands crossed, and I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to breathe. Like I'm trying to it's like a meditation.
Because you're just constantly like holding your breath and stuff while you're doing it.
It's painful, and it's it's anxiety that you're getting, and it's like you can't move, but you want to she's like loosen your jaw, and I'm like, how do I open my jaw and loosen my jaw? That sounds weird. But she did a good job considering. And then I looked at my teeth and I was like, oh my God, they're so fucking clean. I can't believe it. Oh, wow, eh?
Ew, I don't want to eat any foods for a while.
Yeah, so I didn't eat till like 3 hours later.
Yeah, you can't eat for a few hours. Anyway. Yeah.
And then I was super starving. I made some eggs and a pretty healthy lunch. No, and then, but now it kind of hurts and then it feels really weird, but it's not that bad. I'm surprised at how little problems I had, but now I'm like, I'm gonna go get my teeth cleaned every 6 months to a year, and I'm gonna floss every day, and like at least I want to,
Yeah.
So I take it much more seriously because I don't want to have to go through that. If it wasn't so long, it wouldn't be that bad. She wouldn't have been sitting there just fucking ranking on my fucking gums and teeth. And she uses it was like electric, like it was connected to a machine, and it either like spit out water or something like to go with it, or it was just like a little like drill kind of thing that was just really getting in there. But that was kind of the big thing that I did today.
I need to go to the dentist badly, but
it's one of those things that if you have dental insurance, it's so cheap. Just go and get it over with because or never do it, or just say fuck it until you have a problem, and then just have horrible pain and deal with it. That way. You might as well prepare. You might as well do the maintenance, or else just don't expect to enjoy your mouth.
Yeah.
I like to enjoy mouth.
Yeah, no,
my mouth is a good
important.
mouth.
It's pretty vital for like eating food, which is vital to living.
Yeah,
so.
You definitely.
It sucks because I don't get any insurance for like 60 days, so I'm like in this probationary.
Oh, really?
Like I have to wait to get.
And
I had dental insurance when we were working together, and I was like, I should have fucking gone before I left. Like I always wanted to, but I'm like the person who doesn't go until there's like a problem, and then I go, and then I just make them do everything. Like I'm just like, well, I'm already here. I'm already fucking suffering. Let's just take care of everything.
Yeah.
And then
that's why I went. Is I was like, it's been too long, and I got to just get this shit done while I can, and while it's cheap, and so
yeah. I also just need to like find a dentist that I'm comfortable with. That's my problem with like, because I haven't gone to like a doctor since I was like 12 or some shit. Yeah. Like it's been like, at least like 14 or 15 years. Luckily that I haven't had like crazy health problems. And I'm like terrified to go because I'm just such a I'm just assume that they're going to find like a bunch of terrible things wrong with me or something, even though that's probably not
But that's
likely.
why you go. So if there is something terrible, you're not just sitting on
bliss and fucking things like that. But at the same time, it's like I want to know so I can get things taken care of. It's just this weird circular struggle.
Well, it's because it's almost all negative. It's like, it's not like fun. It's not, it's maintenance. It's like paying bills. It's like just a cost of life. It's just like, it's not, we all want to do nice, fun stuff all the time.
But I just need to find like a regular physician and dentist, like somebody that I can like get to know.
But you're not going to find them by sitting at home not going. So you got to you got to try one out. And if you don't like it. But I've never had like a shitty dentist. I mean, like I've had a few different dentists in my life, and they were all nice guys. Like whatever.
They have to be. They have like the kind worst of a shitty job in the world that everybody hates them.
Dude, the guy that I had today, the main dentist who did the fillings, they were different than the person who did the cleaning. He came in like nice, but not like chatty, and he fucking like rocked it. Like he just fucking like went in like uber quick and efficient and professional. I could tell he'd done it a million times, and I felt really good about the whole thing. And he was very like assured, like he assured me, like if you have any problems, just raise your hand, or are you all right, or I can tell you're having like you need to like swallow or whatever. This was like before the dentist thing. I was doing some things I had to swallow. Anyway, it's hard to talk about.
Pay your dentist.
Yeah, I swallowed. Damn it! It's hard to not go sexual with jokes, with talking about mouths and oral things. Anyway, so yeah, I'm done.
You're done?
I'm done with that.
So you had your dental adventure?
Yep, dental adventure. That'd be a really lame comic. The Adventures of Dental Man.
Like kids.
Dental Dam. Dental damn it. Anyway, let's get into our words. We're already 45 or so minutes into this shiz.
Oh, did you start it late?
Yeah, I started the timer after.
You precious timer.
My precious timer.
We'll see.
I
got the time. What's going on here? My word is right in front of me, and I don't know what it is. It's it's veridical.
Veridical.
Yerp.
Is it has to do with Verizon's? Wait, that's a company.
That's not a
what about
word.
Horizons?
Nope.
No, verticals.
Nope.
Things that are vertical, not horizontal.
That's a T though, not a D.
Damn it! I know you already corrected me earlier.
Anyway, well, it's
shut up.
Okay,
shut up.
Keep stabbing.
Viridian, like a prime No, that's a meridian. Nope, I don't know anything.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
It's an adjective meaning truthful or veracious.
Truthful. Oh, so it's from the voracious, from the VER must be a common thing there. Truthful or what?
Voracious. VERACIOUS. But it comes from the Latin word veridicus, which means true speaking.
I'm going to name my kid Veridicus.
Veridicus?
Veridicus Maximus.
And you have to be like, you can't fucking lie because your name is Veridicus, which means true speaking.
No, I would just instill that with him through proper parenting.
No,
and not
just
lying
smack him in the mouth a lot, like every other fucking parent these days.
I would trick them into lying. I'd like make it really hard for them to tell the truth, and then when they lied, I would hit them. So I'd be like, hey, do you like my sweater? And I'd wear the worst sweater ever, and they'd be like, no, and I'd be like, that's good because you told me the truth. And then if they said yes,
sweater fucking sucks. You're absolutely correct.
You're absolutely veridical on this occasion. Good word. Good job. Way to find a random word by not trying very hard.
Every week.
So my word, I was in the bathroom right before we started, and I'm thinking, what's a good word? The first word that popped in my head is erogenous. I don't know why that had the. Maybe it was from all the oral situations going on.
What were you doing in the bathroom before we started?
I was actually pooping.
Oh, okay.
And it went
swimmingly.
Well enough. Swimmingly. Yeah, exactly. Ironically enough, it was or appropriately enough.
Yes.
Dropped the kids off at the pool and then killed them because I flushed the. It's a bad metaphor, really. But anyway, my word is erogenous, which has to do with a part of the body that responds to sexual stimulation. Mm-hmm. So you have like erogenous zones or things that are sensitive. So my nips are erogenous.
Really? For me, it's
no, they're not.
My elbow,
is it
like right there.
You know, there's no feeling in that exact spot right there. No, like literally, I could cut that part, and
that's what I like about it.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, oh, the absence of feeling really does it for me.
I like not feeling anything.
Your weenus. Weenus? Isn't that what that's part called? The weenus? Which rhymes with an erogenous.
What's funny is that there's no feeling, but then you have your funny bone, which is like the exposed nerves, and that's why your fucking arm goes crazy when
I think it's because you feel funny. Is that why? Because it feels funny? It's not funny really like, haha. It's funny like, oh, that's funny.
It's you're just, it doesn't really hurt. You're not like, tingling. Ow. You're just like, ugh, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Yeah. Internal weirdness going on.
Your fingers just start wiggling on their own.
Yeah, it's really odd. I wonder what happened if you hit it really hard. Would it be really funny?
I don't think it's funny at all.
It's not.
I wonder why I think they just call it funny bone because of
originally they probably call it something else and then it turned into the funny bone. You know, like they called it the obscure bone.
They were just like, oh, my arm feels all funny. What'd you hit? I don't know. It's like
it's that funny bone
on my elbow or something.
Maybe because it was funny for someone to hit someone else. So like I'd be like bam, and you'd be like oh, and then I'd be like ha, that's funny.
Instead of knowing like the pressure points on the body to incapacitate somebody, you just know right where to strike on the elbow to make it go crazy.
Yep.
I'm an effective funny bone. I'm an administrator.
That's my superpower. Is I can just really hone in on funny bones and then run away.
Yeah.
They call me the funny boner. That's my. It's just FB, like funny boner. No, I don't have a funny boner. I get your funny bone. I do that.
But I was mean, like that would work until you got into high school, and then the meaning of that changes.
Oh,
and then you couldn't be funny boner anymore.
Oh, I'd still be the funny.
Oh, would you?
Yeah, and then they'd all make fun of me until their fucking arms tingling, and they fucking see the wrath of the funny boner, and then I would also possibly have a strap on. Do you have a strap on, or do you just have a strap on?
Your strap on would have to be like one of those guns that blows the flags out.
Hell, what? That's a thing?
You know, you're like the Joker and like Batman.
Yeah.
You'd have like
and then I go, funny bone. Yeah. You just got funny boner.
And then you just have to make a custom strap on. So
yeah,
it's like a thrusting motion. It just blows out this little fucking flag out of the tip of your little strap on.
I'm writing it down. I gotta remember this character we created. Funny boner. The funny boner. Just when you thought it was safe to go through the halls at your high school. Dun dun dun. Funny boner.
Hey guys, what are you doing at that water fountain? Doo-doot. Just somebody bent over casually drinking water.
Yeah, anybody who's like elbows are exposed in any way. Fuck, they're boners. What? I don't know. This sort of
just derailed really quickly.
Derailed. And I don't know if... it was more like we were in a desert and there were no rails. And we're just skating around.
We're just running in a random direction.
Yeah.
And then we were like, we got sick of going in that direction after like 2 minutes. And we just went another direction.
So we wrote in the sand, funny boner, and then ran that direction.
In this particular instance, were you one of the guys that took his shirt off and then put it on his head?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. I'm in the desert. That's the outfit that you wear because you got to protect your head.
Required, yeah.
As opposed to your chest.
Mm-hmm. Well, fuck your chest.
Fuck
I have so much hair on my chest, I don't even think I could sunburn. That's not true.
That doesn't make any sense at all. I don't think the sun is really blocked by hair.
Pretty sure like the sun's looking down.
Maybe a little bit.
Like, I'm gonna get. Oh, he's got fucking hair.
On his chest. Man, these fucking animals, these mammals and shit. Fucking hate mammals.
Let's go scorch some bitches.
Because the sun is like out to get us. I created life. I could take it. Well, at least make it warmer.
I could give you like skin cancer.
Yeah.
Because just don't be out in me too long. You piss me off.
Yeah.
Absorbing all my vitamin D's. The ground beneath you needs the vitamin D's too, and you're
Those are my vitamins. How the fuck do we make vitamin D out of photons? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
I think it's because we're plants.
Some hooey that somebody made up.
This is a bunch of bullshit. Science is crap. Farting is where it's at. That's the real science.
It's true. Well, farting is just so much more deliberate and precise, and there's no questions about it. It just happens, and you
we
have
know
to deal with it.
what's up with it.
There was some
it's like a piece of your soul coming out,
and it escaped. That would suck if parts of your soul escaped.
You got a phone call? Take it.
I do.
Put it on speaker. See what's up.
It's working.
We could do a call-in show.
A call-in show?
Yeah, it's about Colin.
Hey, you're on Fleeting Thoughts.
Yeah.
No, really, I just have,
have
a problem.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
The store caught on fire.
We could answer. Please don't record this. No, I think a call-in would be a lot of fun, actually. We could take like 20 minutes and take a phone call from somebody. That'd be really fun.
Just a random.
Nobody would do it. Nobody would call us. We'd just be sitting
scared.
here like, well, the lines are open, but since we don't usually do this live, nobody knows that we're on, so
bummer.
We'd have to like plan this out a lot more to do that.
You'd have to just
we'd have to tell them. We'd have to connect with them. We'd have to like call some.
Call a random person.
Let's call someone. Let's
pull out dust off your phone book, because those probably still exist, and then
I think there's one outside my door. I feel bad because somebody they throw them at your door. They just leave them there. Like, I don't want your phone book. That's not my phone book. Just because you threw a phone book at my doorstep doesn't make it mine. You littered as a non-service to me. Like, I didn't want your stupid phone book, and now it's just getting wet outside on my porch.
No, it's covered in plastic. It's okay.
No, not this one. It literally is just sitting there, like because it was like a nice day that day. They just put it there, and maybe it is. I don't know. I didn't look. I didn't want to touch it. It's like once I touch it, then it's mine, but I don't want it. It's not my problem.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
It sucks.
Fuck it. I don't need paper and phone numbers.
It's weird that they still make them. Because
it's a little weird. I don't really know. I don't know why.
Because literally in this day and age, the moment you're like, I need to get a hold of this plate, you just look it up on your phone, and then there's a link.
Who was paying for them to make it anyway?
I don't know.
Who makes those fucking things? Is it the government? I think it's the phone companies.
Probably.
But there's no one phone company. It's all like a million different phone companies.
They'll chip into the phone
recording? Am I in the phone book? And if so, how? Why? When? I don't know.
Unless you have a landline, I don't think that you are in the phone book. Are you?
Well, I don't know. I think you have to request to be in the phone book do you want your cell phone in there. But otherwise, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with those books. It could just be blank pages. It could just be some weird fucking conspiracy that I don't know.
It's just like an NSA's new way to spy on people.
Yeah, it's got recording
Everybody's
devices.
just going to leave their phone book sitting right at their stoop. They're not going to pick it up. So we can listen in on everybody's conversations. So everybody pick up your phone book and recycle it. Because the NSA is spying on you through the phone book.
Yeah, recycle it.
Yeah,
or burn it or something.
No,
that's recycling.
it,
How is burning something paper not recycling? Well, it's definitely not like recycling, but how is it not appropriate? It should be okay to burn.
It just dissolves into ash and disappears.
Yeah, it doesn't disappear, but
it disappears, Joe.
It disappears.
I don't believe in anything that the eye
That's
can't
how
see.
I'm the worst magician everywhere, because I make them literally disappear, like as in I just burn people at the stake and then I go, ta-da, they're not there. Sorry, you had to wait an hour. But their bones
is still there. Shut up, they're not there.
No, they don't exist. Nothing's exist.
I've extinguished their life.
Yeah. That's my magic trick, is I prove that there's no soul.
I'm a professional murderer, but I masquerade as a magician
dun, dun, dun.
to hide it.
Look, they're gone, because they fell down a trap door into a fucking perilous...
Oh, I forgot to put the trampoline down there. Fuck.
Oops.
Whoops daisy. Wow.
Yeah.
That was a weird... Magicians murdering people. That's where we're at now.
That's what they do. Have you ever seen them cut people in half? It's fucking rude. I mean, they put them back together real quick, but I don't know how they do it.
Like, do all our magicians are just all surgeons? Like, how are we not able to like reattach limbs sometimes if these assholes?
Why don't we get the
magicians
magicians
have been able to cut people in
into
half
the
and put them
hospitals?
back together?
Magicians plus hospitals equals miracles. Let's make it work.
How have people not? We can't be the first people who ever thought of this.
I don't know. We could be.
How have people like not realized the genius behind magicians?
We should make a documentary called The Genius Behind Magicians. And then we'll try to get them to do practical use things and not just fake everybody out.
It'd be really fucked up if you filmed it at like a children's hospital. Oh, this man's gonna reattach the arm you lost in that car accident.
He just does that thumb trick where it's like the thumb is. Oh, look at me, Timmy! I got a thumb trick, and he's like, I still have cancer. Where's your magic now, bitch? David Blaine, you fucker.
Well, because you just get the kids' hopes up, like if they were amputees or something. Look, he can cut this woman in half and put it back together. He'll get your legs back on in no time at all.
Good way to confuse some kids. Like, but why can't he fix me?
He's gonna put my legs back on.
Yeah. And then he just puts a prosthesis on really quick, and the kid's like, "Oh, I got it."
Just shoves them in the box, and then just attaches the prosthetics. And these aren't my legs.
This isn't my leg. Whose leg is this? Oh, it's that guy's. I stole it. Magicians are scary.
They are. I don't like them. Well, they just tricksters. They're
very tricksy.
Just fucking lie to you. That's all they do. They're professional liars.
Yeah, pretty much. Kind of like lawyers.
Had enough of that in my life. Fucking liars.
Right.
I don't need to go pay to see one.
An issue for you? All these people lying to your face.
Everybody.
You just keep catching them.
Yep.
That's sad.
But I'm so nice that I just let it go. I'm just like, you lied to me, and they're like, yeah, so what? I'm like, well, sorry, I caught you, and then I just.
I don't mind if you do it again. Just try to stop. I don't know.
If you could just be a little bit more sneaky about it next time.
Nobody's lying to you.
Just like the most apologetic person in the world that just apologizes for everything.
Oh, goodness. I probably shouldn't be yawning.
I'm sorry you hit me with your car. The light was it's the little green walkie guy was on the sign, and I crossed, and I clearly shouldn't have done that because you were turning, and
I'm so sorry.
You had right of way, I guess. I'm sorry. Well, I got in the way. Ooh,
is
that a dent on your truck? I'm real sorry about that. No, don't worry about the bone sticking out of my leg. I'll get that taken care of. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I'd ask, would you mind giving me a lift to the hospital? I mean, if it's too much trouble, I understand. I dented your car. You probably got to get it to the shop. So
fixing your car is probably more important than my busted up leg.
Yeah.
Getting hit by lots of cars then?
That was just the first thing that came to mind. That would be like something that you would never apologize for, is getting run over if your walk sign was on and the person went.
Not unless you're Jesus, because he turns the other cheek and he doesn't blame.
Is that from the Bible, the turning the other cheek business?
No, it's probably not even in there. It's probably somebody made up. I think he says something like if you get, I think he says if you get hit on the right side, then turn your left side. It's more of like a bravado thing, I think, than like a virtue. It's more like if like a vato comes up to you and says and hits you in the face, then you just go bitch, and then you show him your other side.
So you can hit that side?
And then you're just tempting him. You're like, I'm such a badass. What are you gonna hit me twice? I'm asking for it, bitch. I'm asking for you to hit me in the face, and then you just scare the shit out of that person who just hit you. It's more of that. It's everything he did was a really, really macho thing, and we just made it seem like he was a pussy and doing it for goodness. Mm-hmm. Like he walked on the water because like he's a badass. Like he needed to get to like an energy drink, or he needed to get to like some.
What water did he walk on? Did he cross an ocean?
It was a puddle. Oh no, it was just like when like a black concrete has water on it, you can't tell how deep it is. That's what he walked on. It just seemed like,
So they built like a highway, and he was like, no, you got to sit back in the distance.
Yeah. No, go over there. Don't worry, I'll walk on the water. Just you can't be near me. It's like I'll turn invisible as long as you're not looking at me. You're not looking at me? Oh, I'm invisible. Oh, don't turn around. Don't turn around. Okay, now I'm not invisible. What else did Jesus do? He made the blind lady see.
No.
But really, it was just she had on really dark sunglasses, and he was like, "Dumb bitch," took the glasses off.
It's nighttime. Why do I have those on still?
Yeah.
Jesus, I can see so well during the day, and then it gets dark, and I can't see anything.
Oh my gosh.
We should do like a modern day Jesus story where all of his miracles are just really.
Well, he's just a magician.
Like him walking on water. It was just cold out and the puddle froze and he just walked on it for a second.
It was an ice sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, he walked on water. We didn't, because no one else took the risk. They were like, no, we'll die. And then he was like, I'll try it.
Well, science says that this is water. Yeah. It's just in a different state of matter. Yeah. That's all.
It's like all the Family Guy Jesus stuff is all just him being like a trickster. Yeah. He's just like switching the water for wine and shit. Like,
it's the only way it would have worked.
Jesus is easy to make fun of though, because he's dead and may have never lived. A lot of people think he did live. I don't know. I'm skeptical.
I saw a thing. He might have, but I think that.
How do we know it's the right dude?
I don't know. Yeah.
How do we know? It doesn't really matter.
I see his picture all over the place. How do they know what he looked like, by the way? I don't know. I always wondered. You remember even when I was a kid, I was like, they didn't take pictures back then. Like, how do we know what he looks like? I'm confused.
He looks like Jim Caviezel. Just a attractive looking white guy. Wouldn't Jesus be ugly? Because God wouldn't like put some really hot dude on the earth, because he would already have a bunch of advantages. He would already have people following him because he's hot and can do miracles.
Well, he would have been like really dirty and gross and like missing teeth.
Because it'd be harder to follow. He would really have to rely on those fucking like those virtues and the magic and the words. He'd have to really work on his words. What? What are we talking about? I don't know.
It's just every painting you see of Jesus, he's always like clean and spiritual and amazing looking.
He's super spiritual.
And
look at that guy.
He is spiritual.
He's like half dead and has holes and blood all over.
I know, but fucking gruesome. He would just be like a greasy, dirty dude because he was homeless and just walked around.
Yeah,
it's funny how when you see homeless people walking around now, you don't start following them.
Yeah,
you're just like, hey, bum, go get a fucking job.
Yeah, if a dirty guy with sandals goes up to a Christian now and says, "I'm Jesus, I'm the voice of God," they'd be like, "Fuck you, I'm a Christian, I know better. I know you ain't."
Do
Jesus.
You make 6 figures? Because I'm pretty sure you don't.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Let's make fun of him.
Poor dirty hobo guy. He's tallying up the devil marks for us right now, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I guess. I don't know.
Oh, you said what about me? Hell tally. Bitches.
Hell tally. You get like 1,000 tallies, you're probably going to hell. I don't know.
Unless you do like 1,000 good things to make up for it.
Yeah, it's karma's real, bitch. Hell tallies.
Yeah. Did we have this conversation where that's how I thought it worked when I was a kid?
Yeah,
that there was like a tally system, and so
you do a good thing, you do a bad thing, sure. But that just makes it okay to do bad, evil shit, because then you just do.
I would do like 3 good things, and then that would buy me like a bad thing or 2
like,
a day.
Oh, I'll murder somebody. I'll go murder somebody, but as long as I like give a bunch of money to charity, like I'm good.
No, that's how it works.
I'm good. I'm a good person. I only murdered 1 person, and then I gave a bunch of money to charity. I don't think that's good. That's like a weird type of morality. It's like a weird kind of like balance morality. Like morality based on like the balance of good and evil. Like you're allowed to be... You're good if you do enough good things.
Well, maybe murder wouldn't just be 1 tally. It would be like a dozen
tallies. It's
like
a point system. You have to do it. It's like a point system. You know, like you get 20 points for a murder, but you only get like a half a point for every $1,000 you give to charity. Or for every bum you give an apple, it's like 2 points. So you gotta really...
Then you just go buy a bunch of apples and then just give them to bums.
Yeah, but you're helping the bums. That gives you a murder.
I know, but that's
okay.
Yeah.
Murder Tally. Another good documentary. It's called Murder Tally. I don't know what it'd be about, but it'd be sweet. Probably apples.
It would just be about like a psychopath who believes in a tally system, and so he bases his whole life and existence off of it. So he like murders a whole bunch of people, and then the second half of his story is all the great things he does to balance that out. Cool. And then he dies, and his existence just ceases, and he realizes it was all for nothing. Well, actually, he doesn't realize anything because he stops existing. So
he doesn't realize it. Yeah, I think people forget that when people die, they don't have needs and desires and thoughts anymore.
That's why I emptied my savings account and just blew it all on stupid shit.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. I'm way too conscientious to be so risky.
I'm not gonna die, so.
So I got a lot of money in my savings account.
Yeah, I'm gonna save up because I'm gonna be immortal. What?
You should.
What?
I don't know.
I'm gonna be immortal.
It sucks to be immortal. I don't know. Like, what would you, I don't know. I think it'd be cool for like a while, and then at a certain point, he's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Maybe. I don't know.
I guess it depends on the quality of life that you were living, I suppose.
You could amass great wealth if you were immortal. If you knew you couldn't die. Like, it'd be a tough one to test. Like, I'm not going to test it.
Because you get, like, one shot. And if you're wrong,
when I'm not being shot, I'm immortal.
Yeah.
Or stabbed, or whatever. When my body's healthy, I'm good. I'm immortal. I regenerate.
Clogged. Or my sleep apnea comes back, or whatever.
Well, what if you were immortal, but you had really bad sleep apnea? So you could live forever, but you'd never be comfortable, and you never get a good night's sleep. Like, you just have a real hard time breathing. You get tons of allergies.
Well, I think
you're
that
immortal.
Eventually in the future, there's probably going to be something that they devise for sleep apnea that negates it, or at least makes it so you can sleep comfortably without it.
Do you know how to shorten sleep apnea? Slapnea.
Because you wake them up and then they breathe again? I don't...
No, to shorten the phrase.
No.
Sleep apnea. You just put together.
I gotcha. Okay.
Come on.
I thought you were saying, how do you shorten the negative side effects of sleep apnea? Is this by slapping
people? It's called Slapnea. It's a new treatment program called Slapnea.
When you start to sleep and it sounds like you're not breathing so well, I just slap you in the face to wake you up so you start breathing normally again.
Yeah.
Yeah, bummer.
Cool. Well, I'm hungry, and I think we're done.
Okay,
so let's be done.
Yeah.
Bye.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up, B.
Good day, everybody. Thanks for listening to us talk about poop and assorted other things.